Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So it's been a couple weeks since I posted a video, and the reason of that is my brother-in-law and sister were down visiting, getting away from the cold PA weather, come down here to Florida, and they had a beautiful week. I think the lows were in the mid 60s and we got into the high 70s and low 80s. So it was a great week for them. So today it's Super Bowl Sunday, and I am just going to make something simple that I always make a bunch of small things you can munch on and everything during the game. So I'm not going to make all of them things on a video. I am going to make one that I'm going to show you that I make a lot, and it is the Meat Lovers pizza dip. So this one's a very simple. I always add probably things extra that, you know, would not be necessary. But that's the whole part of cooking and making things the way you want to do it. So come along with me and we'll get this one started. Alrighty, so in today's recipe, we have Italian sausage, ham, all these different, like I said, this is a Meat Lovers pizza dip. I got the cheese and everything here that we'll need. I have bought these flatbread chips, and I got the little breads here. Now these supposedly had garlic butter on them, but yeah, I don't really like that, so I add garlic butter and then warm them myself. Because what would pizza be without a garlic butter crust? So, or you know, a lot of us get the garlic butter dip. All right, so let's get this started. All right, so I got the cream cheese out, 1 block of cream cheese here. We're gonna let this sit out and soften up some. While that's happening, I'm gonna put these other things to the side, and I'm gonna take our Italian sausage here. Now this is a 1 pound pack. We don't need all this in here to make one batch. If you're making a big, huge batch, okay, then you would double all this, then you could do double this, or this whole thing. So I'm gonna break this in half, and then I'm gonna fry it in here and get it all nice and brown. So then when we make the base for the dip, we will add that to the top. Okay, so I browned my Italian sausage here. Still waiting on this to soften some more. I'll just put this in the bowl and take it out of the wrapper. Maybe it'll soften a little faster. So we'll spoon here and get the excess. Don't want to lose any since you paid for it. All right, that's starting to get soft anyway. So what I'll do is I will take my little bread pieces here and my little garlic butter, and I will open this up a while. And what I'm going to do here is, while I'm waiting for this to soften, I'm going to take my little bread pieces here. I'm going to coat them down with some good old garlic butter. Put them on this little tray here. And then when this gets close to being done, I'm going to stick them in the oven so that butter seeps into that little bread there. Keeps it a little crunchy, but you know, also gives it a little moist in the center, so you can dip it without it breaking all over the place. Yep, so I'm going to do this, and like I said, let them sit there, and when it gets ready and this cream cheese is softened up some, it's almost getting there, then we'll start mixing things together. All right, now that this is softened up some, we're going to take and add the whole container here of sour cream. Again, I got the sizes on my recipe at the end. So this is actually an 8-ounce container, but again, if you miss any of my recipes and anything that's in it, will be at the end. Now we're gonna mix this together. Get all the big pieces of cream cheese smashed. Now you could use a mixer to cream this, but that'd be a huge waste of time. and a lot more cleaning that you would have to do. So we just smash it, keep just smashing to get the big chunks out. So at this point, we're going to take some Italian seasoning here. We're going to put in here 1 tablespoon about. A little bit extra. Okay. And then we are going to take some garlic salt. We're going to put like 1 tablespoon of that as well. This doesn't want to come out too well. Okay, that should be good. And some ranch dressing here, powdered. And we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of that in. Okay. Now we'll get this all mixed around. Okay, now that's all mixed. I'll put this out of the way here. And we're gonna get our baking dish. Hold on a second here, let me wipe it up here so I don't have stuff all over the place. We're in our baking dish here, and we're gonna pour this in. And we're gonna level it off on the bottom. I want to make sure I get every drop out of there, because again, groceries are expensive, and until they start coming down, you know, we got to make sure we don't be wasting. Okay, we're going to just spread that around so it's nice and even on the bottom. I'm going to get it pushed at all the sides. Okay. Oh, there's some big chunks of cream cheese on there, but it's a little too late now, so it's into the batch she goes. Okay. Now we're going to take our Italian sausage here. I'm going to start sprinkling that on there. Again, this is a meat lovers pizza dip. So that means it's going to be really, really loaded up with the proteins. Good. Now you see why we didn't use the full pound, because you would have way too much of this. All right. Now I'm going to take some of our ham. Got this pack of diced ham here. Oh, I spilled some. I'll spread that around on there. Okay. Put that in the trash. Okay, we're going to take our pepperonis here. Cut that open. We're just gonna put a few, because we're gonna put more of those on top. We don't want to have our dip all breaking apart when you stick a cracker in there to get caught on one of these pepperonis and it rips the whole thing apart. So we're just gonna put a couple of these down inside here. It's better to have the smaller ones, but they didn't have them at the store today, so I have to go this way. All right, just push some of these in here. Doesn't have to be covering the whole thing. Okay. Alrighty. And we're going to stick some, let me grab my towel here. I'm going to stick some bacon bits. Now I had 2 open packs, so I'm going to put some on the bottom here with the 1 pack. Get it all nice and kneaded up here. Okay. Now we're going to take our cheese here, mozzarella, and we're going to cover this thing. All right. So I have it as 2 packs because we need some of the second pack. It's just nice and thick. Just don't want it to overflow though. So as this cooks, it'll level off You don't want it to overflow because you're going to have a mess. I cook on a baking sheet anyway to make sure that doesn't happen because I don't want to be cleaning out my oven. All right. Put that like that. I'm going to take more of these bacon bits now. Again, this is your preference to how you want to have it. I like lots of proteins on mine. And spread these around. That's a big chunk of bacon there. We don't need that one. Okay. Now again, we're going to take the pepperoni now. We're going to layer them right here on top. Really load it up. Oh. I cannot believe I forgot. Well, I forgot something. I gotta take this back off because I was in such a hurry to build it that I forgot to put on the pizza sauce. So we're gonna put the pizza sauce on right now and have it really layered up. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. Sometimes you make mistakes while you're cooking and you get in a hurry and things go not according to plan. So we're gonna push this around. Make sure she's pushed down in there. So right after you put the cream cheese mixture in is when the sauce would go. But again, I messed that up and we're still gonna finish it out. Put this cheese here on top. Again, I still look like I'm not gonna overflow. So now we're gonna put these pepperonis on here like I wanted to. This is gonna be just as good anyway. So that was my mistake. Again, I'm in a hurry because I got other things cooking and I wasn't paying attention. So again, you would put the cream cheese in the bottom, then put the pizza sauce, and then put your vegetables and cheese and everything else on top, and you'll be good to go. All right, so now that I threw that together, and it's not the exact way I would have made it, I wasn't, again, paying attention. I'm going to now throw this in the oven at 400 for 25 to 30 minutes. As soon as it starts bubbling out everywhere over the sides, I know then it's time to take it out. So while I'm waiting for the oven to come up to temp, I'm going to take this little bit of cheese that's left. I'm going to sprinkle it on top. Again, I want this nice and cheesy. When you dip your piece of bread in there, you're going to have gooiness everywhere. And it should be good enough that it won't overflow. And again, I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet anyway. And then we're going to bake it for the time that it requires. And then we'll take her out and give her a test. There's my items getting ready to go in the oven. Alrighty, so for the last couple minutes here, there's like 4 minutes left. I'm going to stick the bread inside the oven and get that butter melted down. And in a few minutes, we'll be pulling them both out, giving her a check. Alright, so timer is going off here. We had it in for 25 minutes. We're going to pull it out and take a look at it. Oh man, look at that. She is all gooey and bubbly. Especially around the edges here. Take a close up of that. I already have my bread in for the last 5 minutes. Get it all nice and buttery. So we're going to dip some of this out on a plate, grab a couple pieces of bread here, and we're going to give it a try. All right, so we're going to dip this out here and see what we got for, oh man, look at that. All nice and gooey. That's just how we like it. Okay, put that back in there. Grab a couple of these little pieces of bread here, and we're going to give it a try. Look at that. Alrighty. So, like I said, you can use those toasted crackers over there. But we're going to use these little pieces of bread here because I like that garlic with that butter on there. Look at that. Oh man. I'll blow on it because I know if you eat that straight out of there, that's going to be like liquid lava in your mouth and you're going to be hurting for a couple of days. Mmm. Wow. That is a good one. Like I said, I can see that steaming really. So you want to make sure you blow it because it will be bad if you get burned. Mmm. Well, I have to say, guys, turns out like it always does, really good. Except, again, sometimes when you're cooking, you try to get ahead of yourself, and I put the sauce on the wrong location, but hey, it turned out really well anyway. Just as long as it's on there is really all you need. Mmm. Wow. Okay, I hope you enjoy this one. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.